Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now I'm finally back with another video, and today we are doing the final part, well hopefully final part, for what if Naruto knew every jutsu. Now quick recap, last time we left off, Naruto had just mastered jutsu with no hands, so and he's heading off to the final part of the Chunin exams. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers, and when I do hit 500 subscribers, there might be like a competition sort of thing with me and Harry Fox. Not exactly, but you just have to subscribe to find out. So yeah, with that, let's get right into the video. So, the day of the final part of the Chunin exams, Naruto just started heading to the arena place, or whatever it's called. And when he arrived, he saw Neji there, he saw all the other people standing there, and yeah, he doesn't care. He just goes to his spot and, sits down. As, his calm sitting down does not last for long, because he is immediately called up, realizing that he's gonna be in the first match of the day. So Naruto gets up and he's like, Neji, yeah, I wanna teach him a bit of a lesson, especially after what he did to Hinata. As Naruto goes to the area, and Neji is like, you idiots, I am destined to win this match because I am one of the Hyuga, blah, blah, blah. I am Neji does this whole thing he does in the original where he talks about how he's destined to win and this match was over before it even started. And yeah, so Neji does that, but Naruto really doesn't care at all, right? And he literally just throws a shuriken straight at Neji's face, as Neji barely dodges, getting a slight cut on his cheek, and Naruto's like, at least you can dodge. And the kunai, did I say shuriken or kunai? I'm just gonna say it was a kunai. The kunai lands right behind Neji, and little does he know this is a flying Raijin kunai, and Naruto doesn't know if he'll have to use it, but throws it just in case, because Naruto's really big brain. And so with that, Neji just is pissed off and runs straight in at Naruto. And Naruto, almost without even batting an eye, is like, gentle fist, interesting. As he just creates a mud wall, as Neji, who was running straight at him with full speed, runs into the wall and just slams into it. And although this doesn't hurt him, Naruto's kind of just playing around with him. And Neji gets really mad at this, as he backs away and then goes, and now he's like really mad as he runs full speed at Naruto, about to use one of his strongest jutsu on him. And he is coming in at full speed as Naruto says, rotation. As he creates a bluish orb around him, as he starts spinning around at high speeds and knocks Neji back, creating a bunch of cuts on his arm that tried to hit Naruto. And Neji, being knocked back, looks at Naruto in utter disbelief. He's like, but how? That's a Hyuga clan, that's a jutsu that only the Hyuga clan can do. As Naruto's like, yeah, well, about that, I may or may not know every jutsu, so, he just goes in at Neji, who's just starting to stand up now. It just says, 8 trigrams, 64 palms. As Naruto does not have the Byakugan, but he doesn't need it. He basically memorized all the chakra point positions at this point, so he doesn't need it. And he literally just uses Neji's own attack against him to literally just destroy Neji. Neji doesn't even stand a chance, so I'm like, that's all I'm gonna say. Neji gets KO'd. Anyways, after that, all the other matches go the exact same. And this includes Sasuke versus Gara. When Sasuke and Gara are fighting, and Gara creates this dome, and Sasuke ends up having to run up the wall, power up a Chidori, and slam it right into Gara. And that is when the Konoha Crush begins. As the ninja just start, all going around and, trying to do stuff. Kakashi is handling all the intruder shinobi, Sasuke is running after Gara, and everyone's doing something. Hiruzen is fighting Orochimaru. Now, one thing you should do, Naruto being the big brain person he is, actually put a flying Raijin mark on, everyone. All of his friends, Sasuke, Kakashi, Hiruzen. He put it on Kakashi's vest, Hiruzen's hat, so he could teleport to them in case of an emergency. And this is an emergency. So Naruto creates a bunch of clones. I'll say, mud clones, something like that. As those go help Kakashi handle the intruders, while he uses his top tier tracking skills. Actually, he doesn't need that. He does. Well, he just uses his top tier tracking skills and his incredible speed to hunt down Gara and stop him right in his tracks. As before Gara can even react, Naruto is already using some crazy jutsu, creating mud dragons and combining it with water style jutsus, as he keeps just bombarding Gara with attacks, and then finally uses a wind bullet to pierce through Gara's defense and completely knock him out. This is what ends up summoning Shukaku. And Naruto, seeing Shukaku being summoned, is like, yeah, I was expecting this, as he decides to summon Gamabunta. And, as Gamabunta is summoned, Naruto goes into his mindscape, and he's like, hey, Kurama, that thing that Garo's doing where he becomes Shukaku, is there any chance we could do that where, you don't take control over me, but I have control over you, but I have I can transform into you or something? And Kurama, who's doesn't want to talk to Naruto, but at the same time kind of sees something familiar, and kind of like the Sage of Six Paths, who is the Nine Tails' creator, Kurama's creator in Naruto. So he doesn't necessarily despise him, but he doesn't they're not friends. As Kurama's like, yeah, well, even if there was a way, why would I tell you? And Naruto's like, no reason, just wondering. Could you just lend me some chakra? I mean, technically you're living in my body, so you should pay some rent. As Kurama's like, fine. As he gives Naruto a bunch of chakra. Not that he needs it or anything, but he does. As Naruto tells Gamabunta that they're going to do a combined transformation, as Naruto transforms Gamabunta into the shape of the Nine Tails, as Gamabunta uses his new claws to just try to hold on to Shukaku, keeping him in place, as Naruto jumps off and headbutts Gara, waking him up. And after that, Shukaku is defeated, and Naruto talk no jutsus Gara, and yeah, that's all. Meanwhile, Naruto's clones, who were fighting the intruders, they also beat the intruders, but the biggest problem now is Orochimaru. Now, Naruto used the flying Raijin mark he put on Hiruzen, as he just teleports to Hiruzen. as this is right around the time when Orochimaru resurrected the first and second Hokage, and Jiraiya just stopped the fourth Hokage from also coming back from the dead, as Naruto just teleports to him, and both Hiruzen and Orochimaru are shocked, being like, Naruto? And Orochimaru's like, damn it, this brat. Didn't plan for him to be here, but I guess it's fine, I can just kill him anyways. As you know, that's what Orochimaru's thinking, but as we all know, that is very wrong, because Naruto in this what if is in fact extremely powerful. So, Orochimaru's thinking this as Naruto sends a fire dragon jutsu, if that's even a thing, straight at Orochimaru, but the Kage end up protecting him. But Naruto continues to try and use his flying Raijin, but, little does he know, Tobirama can also use it. I guess, no, Tobirama doesn't use it, because Tobirama didn't use it in this fight in canon, so he won't. As Naruto's like, fine, guess I'll have to reveal some new tricks. As first, he activates his Sage Mode eyes, and second, he activates his new Two Tomoe Sharingan that he acquired while training with Jiraiya. And then he's like, okay, one more thing if I'm gonna be able to kill Orochimaru. As he once again goes into his mindscape and comes up to Kurama, and he's like, listen, Kurama, this guy's a tough enemy, and I'm gonna need some of your chakra. Just as Kurama's like, didn't I already give you chakra? And Naruto's like, we both know that that was barely any chakra. Like, that was less than 1% of your chakra. Come on, you gotta actually help me out here. I can't protect you all your life, can I? As Kurama hearing this, being like, you protecting me? And he's just like, fine, take it. As long as you take down that Orochimaru brat. And Naruto's like, yeah, thanks. As then, one more thing is added to his eyes. You know that thing that happens to Naruto's eyes when he has Nine-Tails influence? Yeah, that happens to his eyes. And now Naruto basically, with these three things, he literally just combined like 3 eyes into one. And Naruto is now incredibly OP, as he casts Orochimaru into a Genjutsu that almost makes it so he can't move, as he literally runs in at Orochimaru as they get into a heated battle, just like the one they had in the the Forest of Death. Orochimaru had of course survived because, he can revive himself, I guess, but Orochimaru already now recognized Naruto and was like, this kid's actually going to be a problem. As while Orochimaru is fighting Naruto ends up creating a bunch of shadow clones as they all start attacking Orochimaru. And Orochimaru is distracted with these shadow clones and the real Naruto, while the 2 other shadow clones sneak up on the 2 Hokage, who are now fighting Hiruzen, and they, both of them, they're just like, Hiruzen, we need you to hold them in place, even if it's just for a little, just hold them still. As Hiruzen is like, I think I can manage that. As he goes in, and he manages to grab the first and second Hokage, just like he did in the original, using his clones. And then the Naruto clones came in, using the Reaper Death Seal to seal away the souls of the 2 Hokage. As Hiruzen was just like, how does this kid know that jutsu? But meanwhile, Naruto was too busy fighting Orochimaru, as he finally got a good hit on him using another one of those fire style jutsus, that majestic flame one, the one Madara uses. And then after using the spiky hair jutsu that Jiraiya uses, Orochimaru was kind of getting destroyed in this battle, not gonna lie. And then one of the Naruto literally just slammed a Rasengan into Orochimaru and ended up using, and then also put a seal on Orochimaru that completely limited his movement and chakra, as he held Orochimaru in place, as one of his clones ended up starting using the Reaper Death Seal. And Orochimaru was literally about to die with his soul being sealed away, but just as only his arms had been sealed away, he barely managed to use his blade to cut down the clone and reverse summon himself out of there once again, barely getting out, but this time at the cost of his arms. So yeah, that's the end of the Konoha Crush, and Hiruzen does end up surviving. Now after this, Hiruzen does end up saying that he's getting a little old for this job of Hokage, and that, they need someone else. As Naruto's like, me, pick me, duh, obviously I'm the best person here, best candidate for Hokage. Clearly, you should be picking me to become the new Hokage. As he's just thinking that in his head, as Hiruzen's like, you need to find Tsunade, and Naruto's like, damn it, you old man, why? As, that's just in his head. And so Naruto heads off to try and find Tsunade. Now, Naruto, being the absolute genius he is, gets to Tsunade. Jiraiya and Naruto managed to get to Tsunade a lot faster than in canon. And after taking a break, deciding to take a break, rest a little bit at a bar, they're just trying to enjoy a drink when they get bothered by this one, blonde woman just, shouting in the back, and everyone's just looking at her, being disturbed, as Jiraiya decides to get up and talk to this person, being like, yo, what's all the commotion? And Jiraiya walks up to Tsunade, and seeing Tsunade, suddenly Jiraiya recognizes Tsunade and is like, wait, Tsunade? And Tsunade's like, wait, Jiraiya? As they just have a moment, as everything else goes to canon, with Jiraiya explaining how he wants Tsunade to be the Hokage, and Tsunade being like, no, I don't want to be the Hokage, blah blah blah, and they have their whole conversation, and Naruto's just a bystander watching until Tsunade says, starts insulting the previous Hokage, as Naruto won't have the slightest piece of that, as he's like, take back what you said about the Hokage, or else I will beat you up, or I don't know, something. Take back what you said, or I am literally going to break your arms. As Tsunade is like, yeah, and who do you think you are? As Naruto's like, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. And that doesn't quite matter to you. Not that you would know who I am anyways. As Tsunade's like, yeah, well, I accept your challenge. If you can get a single hit on me, I'll go back to the village. But if you don't, I am staying here. As Tsunade's like, yeah, this is an easy win for me. This kid, he's obviously not gonna beat me, so I get to stay. As Naruto just smirks and is like, sure, I can accept that. As they head outside, and they're about to start, as suddenly, before the instant they say go, Naruto teleports behind her and slams a Rasengan into her, right? And you might be thinking, how the heck did he teleport behind Tsunade? And this is where Naruto's sleight of hand ability, and also taking advantage of the fact that Tsunade was way too drunk to perceive anything going on, as Naruto teleports behind her, Rasengan slammed into the back, and Tsunade is basically knocked unconscious. But only because Tsunade is literally so drunk. And since that was the agreement, they bring her back to the village to become the Hokage. After this, we have a 3-year time skip. And to be honest, normally this 3-year time skip was more like getting Naruto ready for all the Akatsuki stuff so he can become powerful enough, all of that stuff. But this what if it's more like this time skip makes Naruto OP and the most broken thing in the entire universe. So I'm just gonna skim over what happens. As Naruto, first of all, he creates a bond with, they become friends with Kurama. Like, they do the fist bump and everything. So Naruto has KCM too because, well, technically, Naruto to Kurama always kind of resembled the Sage of Six Paths. And Kurama recognized Naruto's extreme power, so, it didn't take them too much negotiating to, talking and negotiating. It didn't take too long for them to become friends. And, for Naruto's Sharingan, he unlocked the 3 Tomoe Sharingan easily, because Naruto's literally... why not? Naruto just unlocked the 3 Tomoe Sharingan through that training. And yeah, so he gets 3 Tomoe Sharingan as well as Sage Mode Eyes and Kurama Eyes, which I don't see how it is fair, but I also don't see the reason why it should be fair, because this is a what if that makes Naruto absolutely OP. And so Naruto just masters a bunch of jutsu actually he already mastered every jutsu in the world. So Naruto doesn't do much during his this time, except for doing KCM 2 and 3 Tomoe Sharingan and stuff. But this is around when the Akatsuki are starting to hunt down the Jinchuriki. And Naruto doesn't actually find out about anything until they attack the Leaf Village, because they don't attack Gara at all, because they recognize Naruto as a force so powerful it could, end their entire plan and just ruin things for them. So, they just decide that all of them should go and attack Naruto all at once. Now, Naruto, who hears about this from Jiraiya, is like, okay, well, I bet I'm prepared. As, Konoha prepares all of their ninja, get ready, blah, blah, as eventually the Akatsuki end up showing up, which, of course, wasn't a surprise to anyone in the Leaf Village. And Itachi also, since he protects the Leaf Village, ended up killing a bunch of the Akatsuki while also dying himself. And yeah, now the instant the Akatsuki arrives, Naruto just straight up goes up to them and ends up using I don't even know how to say it. It's so OP, Naruto's strongest Rasengan. What was it called? It's the Six Paths Ultra Big Ball Rasen Shuriken, yeah. That huge thing he used against the Indra's arrow. So the 6-path Ultra Big Ball Rasen Shuriken. And to be honest, this literally is so OP that, Naruto had to stop them before they came to the village, because this attack decimated everything in a 3-mile radius, including all of the Akatsuki members, except for, you guessed it, I can't speak today, I'm sorry guys, but Obito. But Obito really wasn't much of a problem for, KCM 2, 3 Tomoe Sharingan, Sage Mode, Super OP Naruto, who knows every jutsu, versus Obito with his Mangekyo Sharingan. It's not even close. As Naruto literally, like, the same way Minato destroyed Obito, Naruto just completely decimates Obito, finishing him off with an attack that this literally just disintegrates him into nothingness. And with that, that is going to be the end of the What If. And I know it was anticlimactic because, first of all, I ran out of time and I really have to stop recording now and do something that is like in real life. So I kind of had to end it quickly, but second of all, I would have ended it quickly anyways because Naruto is literally just too OP, you know? Like, Naruto literally just, after this time skip, as I said, Naruto gets too OP and literally destroys the Akatsuki. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this What If, and with that, see you all next time.